I'm furious. My wife demanded I quit my job for a worse one and now keeps throwing it in my face. I'm 32 and my wife is 29. We've been married for 3 years and together for 7. When we first met, I was a student, always telling her that I'd likely work at a hospital with terrible hours. It was going to be rough, but it was my dream. I studied hard, excelled, and landed a demanding but rewarding position at a large hospital. Unfortunately, that meant awful hours, odd calls, and working weekends and holidays. It was tough, but I felt like I was living my dream. Then our daughter was born 9 months ago, and things started to unravel at home. My wife and I began bickering about everything. Even the simplest conversations would turn into arguments. I'd mention how good the pizza was at the hospital, and she'd accuse me of having time to get pizza while she felt overwhelmed. It was maddening because I barely had time to eat. I'd grab a quick bite over the sink and rush back to work, all while trying to be a present husband and parent. Yet I'd come home to hear how I could just run off to work and never dealt with real parenthood. Slowly, my job became a shadow over our relationship. My wife believed everything would be perfect if I just found a job with better hours. I tried to explain that our issues couldn't solely be blamed on my job. I reassured her that things would get easier as our daughter grew older, but she wouldn't accept it. She felt alone and drowning, insisting I needed to quit my job. So I did. For the next couple of months, while searching for a new job, I stayed home and took care of our daughter. It was wonderful. She's the best baby in the world, while my wife returned to her job. About 3 months ago, I started a new job. This new position is, with all due respect, mind-numbing. I'm basically a glorified paper pusher, but I get to leave at 2:30 p.m., pick up our girl, and go home. No calls after hours, no weekends. I dislike my job, but I do it for my family. Meanwhile, my wife works long hours in tech, coming home tired and frustrated. I thought this new routine would make things better, but everything still feels wrong, and it's still my fault. I used to work long hours and couldn't appreciate what it meant to spend the whole day with a baby. Now, with my convenient hours, I'm supposed to understand how hard it is for her to work long hours and not be home. Every time I try to explain that I left a job I loved because she insisted I be more present, it's like she doesn't hear me. Somehow, her long hours and absence are also my fault because I work a job with better hours. It's a nightmare, and I can't catch a break. I feel like I'm constantly being blamed for the hardships we're facing. I was doing my best when I worked all the time, and I'm doing my best now. I clean the house, do the dishes, and cook when I can. But if I can't manage it all, I hear complaints about eating out or not making homemade baby food. I also hate the comparisons to her maternity leave. The circumstances are different now. When I was home looking for work, I was fully engaged, just like she was. Now, even with my convenient hours, I'm still working and taking care of our daughter. Being constantly criticized for minor things is incredibly frustrating. I'm told I barely work, so why can't I cook more? Because I can't. I do work and handle a lot of responsibilities. When she was doing it, I was wrong for not appreciating her efforts. And now I'm wrong for claiming it's hard. I just don't know what to do.